Hi. Today I want to talk to you about Wilmer Dubon's coffee. It's a R2 coffee that we're currently roasting as a filter. And before I dive into Wilmer's coffee, I want to tell you a little secret. Every coffee producer produces good, amazing, incredible coffee, and also average, sometimes mediocre coffee. At any point in time, every single coffee producer hits that range. Now, the really good coffee producers are on the amazing, incredible side of the spectrum more often than not, and it's obviously because of the varieties are growing, the growing conditions, and the effort they put into their processes to be consistent and get the most out of their coffee. So there's lots I can tell you about Wilmer. He is one of my favorite humans. I love working with him. He's so humble, so hardworking, so interested in improving. And yeah, I really have a lot of respect for him, and I'm really grateful that we've been working for almost 10 years with him. But what I want to focus on is on this particular coffee this year. So what happens when I go to Honduras and I taste, and we buy all of Wilmer's coffees, and I taste every single one of his day lots, which is the picking for that day, for that variety. And I score it, and I try to understand the profile a little bit more. And is it a fruity coffee? Is it very floral? Is it more delicate? Is it more chocolatey? Does it have some nutty components to it? And then based on that, I try to build 3 coffees a year from Wilmer. So coffee number 1 is what I call the AAA, which is the most like fruity, with the highest acidity, floral, delicate. And that's usually a smaller lot that ends up destined as a filter offering from whether it's sometimes it's R3, sometimes it's R2, depending on just how fruity it is. So that's what this is. It's sort of the best of the best of his Pacas en Bourbon, which is the bulk of his offering. And I love it this year. It was like the acidity was very winey. Coffee is very fruit forward, very nice. And then the other coffee that tastes a little bit like still fruity, but maybe now has a lot more brown sugar and chocolate notes. That is a coffee that I find is more suited for espresso. So often we'll have a Wilmer espresso based on those coffees. And sometimes we'll blend it with his brother Donaldo, and we'll call it the Dubon Brothers coffee, which I'm sure some of you have seen before. And then the third is a variety that he's been planting for a little while, which is a geisha, which we treat completely separate, which we'll be offering later this year as well. Beautiful coffee. Then that's usually finds its way to our Uncommon collection. So I really wanted to focus on that today because I think sometimes it's hard for the final coffee drinker to understand how the coffee got there, and is this a good producer or a bad producer? And to me, every producer can do a little bit of everything, and it's important to understand that the better producers just do a better job of producing better lots more frequently, but they still have some of the coffees that are not quite as fruity that still have a good place, especially in espresso where it's the fruit is a little easier to extract than in a filter coffee. So back to this coffee. I just brewed it using an origami brewer, and tasting great. The first thing I noticed is the aroma. It's like violets, really floral. And then in the cup, I get lots of dark fruits like blackberries, grape. There's a little bit of anise, some dark chocolate. Really nice coffee, fruit forward, but really balanced. That's why it's an R2. If it was more heavily towards the acidity, then it would have been into the R3. So very happy with this coffee this year. We just released it. You can find it online, obviously. It's in all of our cafes. We're also brewing it by the cup at Simmons and the Calgary Farmers Market. So thanks for watching and have a great day.